Top 5 racing games on the NES. Number 5, Super Sprint. This game was originally released by Atari in 1986 as an arcade game. Claiming to be the world's first 3-player game, you can take control of a Formula 1 styled car in a top-down view of a racetrack as you conquer 8 different styles of tracks throughout the play of this game. However, the further you go into the game, the more hazards and obstacles appear on the track. After winning a race, you can spend your wrench tokens, which are found on the track, on upgrades to improve your race car. Upgrade grip, acceleration, or top speed slowly to build the ultimate race car. Number 4. Super OffRoad. Super OffRoad was another arcade game that received a port over to the NES. The arcade game was released in 1989 and the NES's version of the game released in 1991. Using Nitro to boost your truck, you can navigate your off-road vehicle around several courses. The further you get into the game, the tougher the opponent will get. Upgrade your truck as fast as you can and build a stockade of boost to dominate the field. This is one of the games on the NES that had the option to be 4 players, granted you had to have had the 4-player controller port to do so. Number 3, Micro Machines. This charming and rage-inducing game features micro machines, which were smaller scaled cars made popular in the late 80s and early 90s, and they made Hot Wheels cars look massive. These games lets you take control of a player and head off to attempt the challenge of 30 races. However, this is super difficult due to the style of gameplay. It is a top-down racer just like Super Sprint. However, the map scrolls, and the further you go, the faster the cars get, and the tracks get massively more technical. There is no map on the screen or signs to tell you when you need to make your next turn, and so you may end up falling into a puddle or off of a billiards table. While this game was incredibly difficult, it was charming, fun, and I loved the idea of racing tiny vehicles across sandy beaches, dining room tables, and even bathtubs. There was a lot to love about this game, if you can control your temper, that is. Number 2. Danny Sullivan's Indy Heat. Indy Heat is very similar to Super OffRoad in many ways. Same story of arcade to NES port, same developers involved, 3-player arcade to 4-player NES gaming. It's pretty much the same game, but with Indy cars this time instead of off-road trucks. What makes the top-down racing game so good is its design, gameplay, and mechanics. Indy Heat features 9 racetracks that rinse and repeat the further you go, but the opponents seem to drive faster, and they are more accurate as you progress. Another key element to this game is the fact that you can upgrade your car for better fuel economy, faster pit stops, and of course your usual grip, acceleration, and speed. Additionally, you can enter the pit lane and leave the pit lane as you wish, making pit strategy a reality and adding another element to this fine racing game. This was almost my number 1, and I highly recommend this game. It is a must-play racing game for the NES. Number 1, RC Pro-Am 2. While RC Pro-Am was legendary in its own way, there was some elements to the game that made it aggravating in some ways, kind of like the AI just seemingly going 3 times faster than anybody else in the field. RC Pro-Am 2 seemed to fix that problem. They add more to the gameplay and seem to make the perfect racing game in the process. My only con on this game is the random helicopters and airplanes that try to shoot at you. You have more options when it comes to upgrading your racing machine, engine, tires, and definitely more arsenal when it comes to shooting down your opponent's cars. Another thing that RC Pro-Am 2 added was, yes, you guessed it, boost. Use a nitro bottle and zoom down the street, or use it to launch your vehicle over a ramp, which was another upgrade from the original RC Pro-Am. This is just one of those games that was the epitome of good racing games on such a classic system. So there you have it. 3 games by Trademark and Rare, and 2 unlicensed games make up your top 5 racing games for the NES. Did I not include your favorite racing game? Let me know in the comment section down below. Be sure to like and subscribe if you enjoyed this. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.